I call this meeting to order. Please stand and let's salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today is June 20th, and this is the last meeting for the school year 2023. We made it. Give up for such a clap. We made it. 23, 24.
Yes, you said 23.
Yes. In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, adequate notice of this meeting have been provided as follows. On June 10, 2024, notice was sent to the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, Tapa Pinto Linda, Union County Local Source, and the clerk of the municipality. By state law, there is no smoking permitted in this building at any time. In addition to the listed items on this agenda, this Board of Education may discuss and act upon other items not specifically referred to herein, as is allowed at a regularly scheduled monthly meeting under the Sunshine Law. Roll call.
Ms. Armstead.
Here.
Ms. Carrillo.
Present.
Ms. Cintron.
Present.
Mr. De La Cruz.
Here.
Ms. Pino.
Present.
Ms. Rosada Quesada.
Present.
Ms. Thomas. Chulis. Dr. Bergham.
Present. Well, tonight, Miss Malaysia would not be in attendance tonight, so I would like to invite a board member to co-chair with me tonight. Miss Armstead, could you join me and co-chair tonight?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You bring this? Our next agenda item would be approval of the minutes.
I need a motion. I need a motion in a second.
Yes. Approval of
Motion to approve the minutes.
All right. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Motion to approve the minutes of the special meeting held on May 17, 2024, the work session meeting held on May 23, 2024, and the regular meeting held on May 25, 2024.
Any questions?
Does anybody have any questions? Can somebody make a second, please? Second. Roll call.
Ms. Armstead.
Yes.
Ms. Carrillo.
Yes.
Ms. Cintron.
Yes.
Mr. De La Cruz.
Abstain.
Ms. Pino.
Yes.
Ms. Rosada Quesada.
Yes.
And Dr. Bergham.
Yes. I want to welcome all of you for attending our last board meeting for the year 2023-2024 school year. And I want to let all of you know that a lot of great things have been accomplished in this school district in the year 2024. But in the month of June is a very busy month, and a lot has already happened, but we still have so much more to do. In the month of June, we graduated our babies from pre-K. Give them a hand. Then we graduated our elementary school students. in our ROTC, we also experienced the changing of the guards. For those of you who have never seen the changing of a guard, it's an amazing experience. We also had the Linden High School Award Night. We had the EMAP Award Ceremony. One of the interesting events we had is a day called Decision Day, where we determine how many of our students are going to college. Last year, over 75% of our students went to college. This year, we are over 80%. So Linden is heading in the right direction because 80% of our students are going to college or entering the military. Let's give another plan for all that's going on. Another amazing achievement. Last year, we awarded $12 million in scholarships to our students to attend college. This year, that number is up to how much, Ms. Perkins? $17 million. This is what our students got to go to college. We also had a sports award night, one of my special events. We had a Special Olympics Award ceremony. We had senior athletics signing ceremony, the Seal of Biliteracy Award, the seniors banking. And last but not least, I was recognized by LEA. I also received an award for, it's called the Union County Education Association Award. Give me a plaque. And we have the two last events that we have to conduct for this month. We have the middle school graduation, which is going to be held Monday morning and Monday afternoon, and we have the high school graduation that will be held on Tuesday. All these events are conducted at Tiger Stadium. So all you parents, please, and family members, come and let's celebrate our children. Thank you. Our next agenda item is comments from the public.
Members for the public desiring to make public comment may come forward at this time. For those watching online, if you wish to make a comment or ask a question, please utilize the raise your hand feature on the online meeting platform. Please begin your comments by stating your name, address, and address. Individuals are invited to speak on one topic at a time, and no individual will speak more than once until all individuals so desiring have spoken once. The public is reminded that to ensure the efficient and orderly operations of the meeting, members of the public will be limited to speaking on agenda items for 3 minutes only. We also have a timer up, so just be mindful at 3 minutes when the timer goes off, you will be asked to stop speaking. Thank you.
Craig Halloran, 120 Donaldson Place. Both of my comments have to do with the finance report. First on page 63, items 102 and 103. It's signature public funding. 102 is for a lease and 103 is for lease purchase financing. Are we financing something through this item? And my second item is on page 65. Insurance is considered an EUS, extraordinary unspecifiable service. I hope I got that right. I wish somebody could explain to me why the insurance is not specifiable.
John, you want to answer that?
So I'll have to get back to you on the signature public funding. It is most likely for a lease. I just don't know which one it's for. In regards to the extraordinary and unspecifiable service, this is in regards to purchasing laws. The amount for the insurance is over the bid threshold. but it is not something that is bid because it is what's called an unspecifiable service, because there's different, as you know, with insurance, there's different plans that are out there, and it is very difficult to write a bid for the specific to a particular plan without excluding other plans. So what this is basically stating is that the district had gone out to receive quotes for something that normally would be bid. Insurance is something that does not have to be bid because of, like I said, the inability to write something very specific on a bid
So,
for it.
excuse me, but it sounds like we don't know what it's going to cost us. We don't know what the bids
Well,
are for the types of insurance.
We do know what the insurance costs. Unspecifiable doesn't mean that we don't know what the cost is. It simply speaks to the fact that we can't specify within a bid all of the different variables that would be going into all of the specific plans. We actually do know what the cost is. We have, at the last board meeting, did do an approval for it with an estimated cost. And I believe it's not within this bid, this resolution here. We have done it with an estimated cost on what it would be. This is simply speaking to the fact that this would be something, it's over $20 million in cost that would normally need to be bidded, rather need to be bid. However, this is something that is able to be exempt from the bidding, simply because, as I said, to write out a bid that tried to list all of the different plans would exclude certain vendors from it, as well as really be something that no insurance company would be able to do.
Okay, thank you. If I have any other questions, I'll contact the administration building and talk to you about it. And you'll get back to me on my first items on page 63, items 102 and 103.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Is there anyone online?
I know there's certain people who have stuffed information to share, but they cannot wait for the superintendent's report. So if you would like to come up now and speak, you're welcome to come up now and speak to share with the board. Okay, so
We're now moving on to the next agenda item, the superintendent's report.
Good evening, everyone. For my superintendent's report, I would like to pause and recognize last month we had high school students who attended a professional learning workshop in Disney World last year. And we have a presentation that we'd like to share, and I'm turning it over to you, Ms. Armstead, because you were one of the chaperones who attended the field trip professional learning. And I'd also like to call up who I believe is the man of the hour, because we are so grateful for his service, technology teacher, Mr. Chris Paskowitz, who led the students.
I'll be quick, everybody, because I know these meetings are particularly long. Don't want to hold everybody up. But hi, everybody. I'm Brianna Armstead. And last month, I had the pleasure of going to Disney with 12 phenomenal students and 2 wonderful chaperones. And we fundraised really, really hard. We raised collectively, also would like to thank Dr. Berghammer. We also raised up to over $9,000. We were met halfway by the district. So thank you to Principal Kuntz. Thank you to Superintendent Perkins and our assistant superintendents for making this happen, and to our Board of Education. The students worked really hard. I got to see their personalities. I learned a lot of new lingo, And I got to see the skill set and talents that these students possess. So today they're going to do a presentation. We have our TNT News crew, and we have the wonderful Chris Pastorich. They're going to give a few words about their experience, show them what they put together, the content that they created, and you get to see how excellent our Linden High School students are. They also, our graphic designer teacher put together a wonderful poster that I had to come up and show you guys. It's so awesome. I'm going to frame it and hang it in my room somewhere. It was just a wonderful experience, and thank you guys for allowing me to be your chaperone. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys put together. And thank you for coming. It's a Thursday night. You guys probably should be home with your friends, hanging out, but you're at a Board of Education meeting, so thank you guys for coming. And I'll turn these over to Chris Passion.
Welcome everyone. I'm Chris Pastorich. I'm the TV production teacher at the high school. I have my students come up guys with me. Some of my crew here, some of my TNT News students, some of my high students. We're going to share a few words in a few minutes, but a lot of these guys are seniors, with the exception of Rich. He was the only junior that went on this. So I have to thank these seniors for the past 3-4 years. I do have one student who's been with me all 4 years. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it this year. Actually, we have 2 juniors. Jose, too, is a junior, who accompanied us. But these seniors have put their heart and soul in this program, and this is why I really wanted to make this trip happen for them. We met Mr. Ken Facey, who's actually going to say a few words in a few minutes, who's a producer for Disney World. We did an online workshop with him, and one of the students asked me was like, hey, can we come down to Disney? And he was like, would you do this professional development? We do this workshop, which we do behind the scenes, show you how Disney is produced, how it's laid out. And he gave these students an assignment to do, which we're going to show you in our special. And then we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Are we ready to go with the video? Yeah. All right, so here is when we came back from the trip, these students put together our TNT News shoot. Just a little bit of background about our TNT News show. Every Friday, these students put together a show which airs Friday morning at the high school. And this special was about our trip to Disney, which showcases the challenge that was given to them. So if we can, let's play it.
I'm Elijah, I'm Rich, and you're watching Disney Channel. Now, welcome to TNT News. We're here to tell you guys about a recent trip that we just went on at Disney World. Overall, the trip was very fun. It was hot though, it was very hot and a lot of walking. But overall, it was fun. Rich, what was your favorite part?
I mean, it was hot and it was a lot of walking, but the rides were definitely worth it.
The rides was definitely worth it. What was your favorite? I was just about to ask you that. My favorite was it was Tron. It was very fun. It was very fast. What about you?
Yeah, you could say the same about Space Mountain.
Space Mountain was another fast ride. It was a lot of good rides out there. But let's look at the pictures that we took out there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun and we took some dope pictures, but the real reason we went down there was to meet up with Disney producer Ken Facey.
In Linden High School, I'm Ken Facey, and I was really honored to have the opportunity to work with you all and work with students when they came out in Walt Disney World for our film session, class, workshop to enhance the skills of upcoming filmmakers, anyone who's interested in this avenue of business. I have had the honor of working in the industry, working on several Disney shows and film animation. And what was really exciting for me is I for me to give back to the students where they can learn from someone who's been in the industry, but also learn together because there's different skill sets that the kids are learning today, but also that they're experiencing life around country. The ability that they tell a story is also very different from how I grew up. So it's beautiful blend of storytelling, technical skills, and being able to come together to tell impactful stories really meant a lot to me. So I hope you all and the students enjoy spending time visiting our Main Street, coming out with this project. And I really hope to see you all real soon. And to the seniors that's graduating, last one out there, go out and tell a story. That's what it's all about. See you all soon.
Tim basically taught us how to pay attention to detail, and also told us that every single part, like every building in Disney, tells a story. Like every piece, every texture, like it all tells a story of how things were built. He also gave us 2 challenges. He split us into group deals with 2 challenges. One a POV and another one a travel documentary, where you get to see the point of view of being in Disney and Magic Kingdom, and also showing you what to do, what to see, like what the attractions are.
He also videos to YouTube explaining that.
Hello guys, it's AP here.
What's it?
We are at Walt Disney World in Magic Kingdom right now. We have on an Elsa plane.
It's really hot outside, but it's like 90 degrees. So let's take a look at everything in Magic Kingdom. So we're at the House of Magic right now. Let's go inside and check out what souvenirs we can find.
Okay, so right here, I have something that is not just a souvenir, but it's also essential. It is a fan, and if you put water in it, it sprays mist on it. Need it.
This is my souvenir. We just came from the castle. I love the castle so much. We got Donald, Mickey, all that good stuff. Too bad I can't afford it. It's too expensive, but you know, come to Disney, come get this.
So, souvenirs, even this, one of my favorites being the Lilo and Stitch ears. And
now we're going to show you our easiest way around the park.
Well, we're here at our first stop, Frontierland. I like it. It's like it looks very calm. It's not as busy as like over there where the castle is though.
You know how much I love finding this road, but those times I'm fixing for something a bit wilder. We up around this place. It's there. The price of life is there.
We're now on the train and we're entering Disneyland. We're about to go meet up with our friend Chris.
Chris is going to show us one of his favorite snacks over here. So let's go meet up. Hey guys, we found Chris over here moving off. Let's go find my favorite snack, okay?
What is it?
Sugar cookie.
You got a what?
A sugar cookie.
A sugar cookie. Of course, I think a big top of my favorite, right? Dumbo, right? Look at it, look at it. We go up and down with my boy Dumbo.
you guys. We're on our second stop tomorrow, and we're going to look at? We're going to be looking at space theme, amusement park rides, you know. Feel me? Let's get into it. Hello, y'all. So that'll be currently on the People Mover, which is a ride that takes you throughout all tomorrow. And we're actually about to get into the newest ride, Tron. This ride just got built in 2020. It just opened. Yeah, it's fire. Whoa. Yeah.
Now at our next stop, we're in Liberty Square, which is the smallest area in the park that revolves around America and its history. Now behind us you can see the steam engine. Talk to us about the ride.
The steam engine is a very nice feeling. You can enjoy you can also enjoy the scenery of the park. You know? It's very beautiful. The wood is very beautiful.
Coming up at our next stop, we have the Frontierland. And that's a wrap of our tour on the most magical place on earth. Any words you gotta say?
I ain't gonna lie, this was a great experience for me. It's actually my first time here. So yeah, but actually, yeah, book your tickets, man. Book your tickets.
Thank you.
Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for coming on this journey with us the whole year. And this trip was actually one of the best trips that I ever took in school period. Last one was Zoom, you turned back to it was turning back to well, not the museum was definitely tough. But hopefully Rich can do this again next year, hopefully, because he's a junior. But I think that's all for today, guys. Just want to add it.
Make sure you wear your IDs, lock your pouches, and have a magical weekend.
All right, guys, so that was just a little bit of what we did. There was a lot more of the challenge that we did. Mr. Ken Facey kind of broke them down in the morning of when we were at Magic Kingdom, really went over camera shots with them, and then the afternoon we spent doing the challenge. So the students had about 2 hours to film both segments. He broke them up into two groups, and they went around to film everything they needed, and then we came back here, they put it all together. So they did a phenomenal job with this, I thought. I just want to also say before we have some Ms. Heffernan, and we actually have Ken Facey, who is going to speak in a minute. Last month I got honored with it was Take the Village Award. This is the reason why I do what I do. So last month they weren't here, I didn't speak, but I just want to thank my students for everything that they've done for me over the past few years. And also, I'd like to thank Mr. Kuntz for making this happen. I'd like to thank Superintendent Perkins and the Board of Ed for really making this trip happen for us as well. All right, we have Ms. Heffernan, who is on WebEx. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here, but she would like to say a few words. If you could unmute her. Ms. Heffernan, are you there? Ms. Heffernan, if you're there, you're unmuted.
Hi, yes. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, yes. I'm Miss Heffernan. I teach graphic design at the high school. I had the privilege of accompanying Mr. Paskowitz, Ms. Armstead, and the students on this amazing trip. I would also like to thank the board and administration and, Superintendent Perkins and Mr. Kuntz for making this possible. I feel like this was such a wonderful experience for our students, and it was such a treat for me as a teacher to see them shine in this way because, when you're teaching, you get so caught up in the everyday, and it's just nice to see the students. That's also why I do the clubs that I do, to see the students out of the element of the classroom and just functioning as, the young adults that we're trying to help them become. And it was just really a privilege and an honor to share this time with the students and see them really shine and thrive and take on those challenges that Mr. Facey gave to them. And I know for a fact that my students every Friday wait to watch TNT News. They really love it. And I would be so happy if we could also include graphic design in a future trip. I'm just really grateful for the whole experience. And I was so proud of all our students and how well they worked together and really took care of each other, like looked after each other, made sure everybody got what they wanted out of the trip. It was just really an amazing, including us. Like we were like, we want to see the fireworks. They were like, Miss H, you're gonna see those fireworks. They really showed how much they care for us and each other, which is really the main goal, right, of school, just creating wonderful people. So I just wanted to say thank you for that.
All right, thank you, Ms. Heffernan. We also have Mr. Ken Facey, who is the executive producer down at Disneyland, who's going to say a few words as well. Mr. Facey, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you for having me. I, just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to work with these students. Although I live in Florida now and often in California, I'm a Jersey boy. I grew up in a town next door in Rahway, and we would go down to Disney World on band trips, and I got to go twice during my time in high school. But all it was, and don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Disney fan, so I loved going, but all it was just marching down Main Street, USA. There was no one there to really engulf me in the environment and why any of this really existed. But I knew that I kind of fell in love with it. And for the past going on 18 years now of working at the Walt Disney Company, I've had these phenomenal opportunities, including, working in production and animation and all the other things. And I didn't have anyone teach me any of that. That was just the Disney company moving me along to the next thing it thought was appropriate. So for Chris and everyone to come on down and give me the opportunity to give the students a firsthand look of how we tell stories from a Walt Disney Company perspective truly meant a lot to me and truly shows me there are individuals that care about students and what they are going to do next, and really give them the platform to tell stories. So, I hope we could do this again and, bring down more students. And from the outskirts, it may look like, these students went down to Disney World and they filmed something, but I could tell you just watching that special, I go to the Magic Kingdom. I'm filming in the Magic Kingdom the next couple days, and I immediately was just taken back into that day, right? And a good filmmaker could create a bridge and bring you into that world. And that's exactly what the students did. And that was only 2 hours. So hopefully we'll get to do it again with a longer time span. But thank you all very much. And I hope to see you all next year.
All right, thank you, Mr. Facey. And then we just have Erica, one of my students, who's going to say a few words.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Erica Hernandez. I'm a senior. Before I start, I just want to say thank you to Mr. Kuntz, Brianna, Ms. Berghammer, Ms. Perkins, everyone who made this trip possible. I'm speaking on behalf of the whole crew. We want to thank Volani Bus Company They actually donated a bus for us to get to the airport. And all of the companies who helped donated, and especially the teachers at LHS and around the community, because it wouldn't have been possible without everybody. So it started back, we did a Zoom call with Kevin, and it was brought up if we can actually go down to Disney, and we all thought it was a joke. And then 5 months later, we were actually in Disney, so it was pretty cool. So I was the student executive producer for Group 2. So it definitely was a challenge, and as easy as it looks, I'm telling you, it was not easy. The amount of people that are in Disney walking past you as you're recording, there must have been about 5 clips for every single scene, if not more. And then you have to worry about audio because of how loud it is. There's music playing. So it definitely was a challenge for us, but we definitely got it done. We also were on a time crunch, so you have a huge park open in your hands, and where do you go? What is the most important parts? So it definitely was a challenge, but we really had a good time. Anybody else want to say anything? But I just want to say thank you again, and hopefully in the future this can happen again, because it's definitely memories that I'm keeping forever. So yeah.
I want to say one last thing. We are planning ahead for next year, so if anybody is interested in making a charitable donation, you can email me at barmstead@lindenps.org, because we are accepting donations, and we do plan to send the students again next year. So please reach out. Thank you.
And again, I just want to say thank you to everyone, and I turn it back over to Ms. Perkins.
That was phenomenal. Thank you. May we give them another round of applause. So I will continue with our agenda. You'll take it. Go on, Ms. Dr. Berghammer. Please. I will continue with the superintendent's report. We have 2 retirements this month. We are extremely thankful for the services of Francis Green. He started his teaching career as a teacher of physical education in 1999. He has taught physical education for 22 years at schools 9, McManus, and school number 2 until his retirement in July. And then we also have Mary Skamboski. She started her teaching career in 2000. She's worked as a school librarian at schools number 10, Seoul Middle School, and Linden High School, where she'll continue until her retirement in July. So those are 21 years. Congratulations and thank you to both educators for your passion and dedication to the students and families of Linden Public Schools. I wish you, and on behalf of the Board of Education, we wish you the best retirement has to offer, with good health, peace, and many joyful life experiences. Congratulations. Our staff attendance patterns for the month of June, we had 59% of our absences needed a substitute. And we are going to be closing out the school year very soon, and we made it. So thank you to all of our teachers for showing up, as well as staff members, and let's continue to end the year strong. Dr. Berghammer spoke to the graduations that are upcoming, and again, thank you to all of the students who participated in graduations last week. It was phenomenal to see the moving up ceremonies taking place, and again, to all of the teachers and staff who helped with carrying out those graduations. Now we're going to move into some presentations, and I'll ask that our Assistant Superintendent, Miss Lewis, she helps me. We will start with It Takes a Village. And reminder, our It Takes a Village awards are presented to 3 candidates, a community member, a student, as well as a staff member. And we're excited for this year. I'll continue it, all right? We're excited for this award because for our staff member, we have a student who recognized the staff member. And we will call the student up and we'll meet you at the podium, and as well as one of the teachers, Ms. Mary Collish, who is a librarian at the high school who works with the student. And we are so excited that our students have a voice and have the courage and confidence to be able to speak up and speak out for our staff. So I'll start with calling up the student who would like to recognize the staff member, and that is Mr. Jeffrey Wilkins.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeffrey Wilkins. I'm a freshman at Linden High School, and I'm a part of the Kane Scholars Academy dual enrollment program, where we take college courses in order to gain credits. So one of those courses that we're taking is a math course, and being that it's a college course and we're high school students, it was some stuff that we weren't totally, things we didn't know yet. So there were times where the work did get a little bit difficult. And during our 10th period in the library, where my peers and I would study and try to understand what we were learning, Mr. Grosso would come in and he would give us his time to teach us different ways that made it so much easier to things that we already knew. And we started to learn everything super quick. And thanks to him, we all passed our class. So we felt that the dedication, the time, the work that Mr. Grosso gave to us, that he deserved to be recognized with the It Takes a Village Award.
Thank you. Okay, so Ms. Collish, you may come up as well, and I'd also like to call up Mr. Kuntz, principal of Linden High School, because we think that it is important that when we are honoring recipients for It Takes a Village, you see from the beginning where the village starts with. So thank you for all the work that you do, and Mr. Grosso, please come on up.
Once again, congratulations to Mr. Grasso for all of his services to the community, to helping our youngsters in mathematics. Mathematics, as we all know, is a very competitive and very difficult subject matter, and our kids have to be prepared in order to compete in the millennial with all of the advances in technology and AI and YouTube and all of the resources that are available to everyone. Our students have to be able to compete and think critically in all areas, especially in math and science in the STEM world. So I just want to congratulate Mr. Grasso on all of his hard work and dedication to our community. Thank you.
If we can come over here, we'll take a picture. Again, congratulations and thank you, Mr. Grasso. So our next award would go to our student, and our student is unable to make it this evening, but we wanted to recognize Ms. Azuri Rainey, who is our student representative to the board as It Takes a Village recipient. Ms. Rainey is one of the students who received hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships. She is the class president, and she has been the voice of the students throughout high school. And we're just thankful for the service and dedication. She sat up here at our board meetings and just really was part of the team. And she let us know areas of strengths and weaknesses of the high school, but more importantly, that it truly does take a village to help run the district. So we want to just acknowledge her and say thank you for the work that she's doing, Ms. Azuri Rainey. Now, our last award, I'd like to call up one of our directors to help me with presenting this award. So Mr. Firestone, Director of Athletics and Health, please come on up. And we're very excited about this award because, again, when we talk about It Takes a Village, it's those silent voices that are out there that really, you know, if you're the loudest one in the room, then you're really not talking, right? You're the loudest one in the room. But when you are moving through our district and you're able to help and prepare our students in many different avenues, we just want to take a moment, and this is a special recognition this evening, and we're just so grateful. So please.
Thank you, everyone. Would Mark Manutza please come on up? What more can I say about Mark Manutza that the citizens of Linden do not already know? Mark is a huge supporter of all of our athletic programs. He is always there for our students whenever they may be in need. Mark has a huge heart and always has our students' best interests in mind. I would like to personally thank Mark for being a good friend and a supporter to all of our programs. He has helped me bridge the gap between school athletic programs and our community, which has always been one of my goals. I know that I cannot achieve my vision for our athletic programs without the help of people like Mark. Thank you again, Mark, for everything that you do.
This is the first time that I think the Board of Education has given out a plaque, but it's very well deserved. Mark is one of my favorite people. He goes above and beyond for our boys basketball team and for our athletic department, and he doesn't have to, and it means the world to us. The type of encouragement and support that you give our kids is really just unmatched. So thank you so much. So I'm going to read this plaque. The Linden Board of Education presents this award to Mark Manutza in recognition and with the deepest appreciation for your years of dedicated service and significant contributions to the Linden Public Schools Athletic Department in 2024. And also for all the years, he's been doing this since I was in high school, so he doesn't stop. It's not a one and done deal with him, so thank you, Mark, for everything that you've done.
For a while, we haven't given out 2 awards to one person, and they're not even a teacher. So it says something, right? Mr. Mark, I met you about 8 years ago. And you called me because you were having problems with a student. And you said, Doc, if there's anybody could motivate a student for me, you have the loudest mouth in the room and you're passionate. So talk to the student and see what you could do for this student. That was 8 years ago. Every time I go into the basketball court and there is a game, Mark is sitting right there in front encouraging the students. When we lose, I look at him and like he want to get a heart attack. But the thing that is also amazing about it, every time I go in the back, there is boxes and boxes of pizza. I says, where are we getting all this money to buy all these pizza for the students? Mark is the one. He really does a lot for our students. And if it's anybody who deserves these different awards, it's my friend, Mark Manutsa.
Thank you again. I am proud to say that Linden Public Schools, or Linden High School, has an international baccalaureate program where we have students who sign up to take rigorous courses, IB courses, international baccalaureate courses, over their course of study that can qualify them to take an exam and then receive college credits. It also is a prestigious recognition for colleges because not too many schools, A, have the program in New Jersey, but more importantly, that students have taken on this rigorous program. We've had over 112 12th grade students who went through the IB program, and they all have to take an exam every May to qualify to be able to receive a diploma. The diploma will also give them college credits towards their journey in the future. And we are pleased that there were over 450 exams that had to be taken by these students in their all subjects. And so we have 5 students who will qualify because we do believe that they will pass the exam and receive the diploma for the Interbaccalaureate program. So we wanted to just recognize those 5 students tonight. The exam results will not come back until close to July 5th. But we do believe in putting it out there in advance. So we do have an award for each student who's here to say thank you for being part of the team. We'd also like to recognize the teacher, Mr. Anthony Fischetti, who runs the program. And all of the teachers and support staff who help assist our students. I know you too, Ms. College, play an active role in our IB program, so thank you for those services. So we'd like to call up the students who are here this evening, and they also have a medal that just says, "We are proud of you, keep it up." This is an amazing achievement. So we have Manuel Rizzori. He's not here this evening, but we're recognizing, okay, not here, but we're recognizing. Patrick Saban. Amanda Afonso. Joseph Fitz, and Mia Navarro, who is here this evening.
I just wanted to say and give a word about my journey being a diploma candidate. I've been a diploma candidate since my junior year, and Obviously, it is very difficult. IB classes are, I want to say, a little more difficult than AP because they're 2-year courses and they really go into depth with all the subjects. And it was hard, it was difficult. There were times where I wanted to give up, but I never did because of my teachers and my support. The teachers are a big support system. Every single one of them, they're so understanding, especially with being a diploma candidate. I not only have homework for their class, but I also have homework for 7 other classes that I'm taking, and they're just so grateful. And I'm really grateful for Mr. Fischetti too. He's been with me for the past 2 years and just been a great support system. And every time I needed to vent out or needed help with any of my assignments or any course or anything, he was always there to help me. So thank you, Mr. Fischetti. I know you're watching. But yeah, thank you to the teachers, thank you to the staff, and thank you for never letting me give up because I'm so grateful for this moment.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Job well done. If you could keep up the great work. And the one thing I wanted you to just know that your internal clock is yours. And every day that you chose to stay in the program and do it is because that's your choice. So we're here to serve as support in any and everything that you do. And thank you for representing Linden Public Schools. We know you're going to get the diploma in advance. So hold up your certificate high and keep on in all that you're planned to do. Thank you. Come over here.
Another accomplishment that we are very excited to celebrate this evening is the continuation of our Kane Scholar Academy. So we have 6 sophomores who are currently part of our Kane Scholar Academy. We have 4 freshmen that are currently part of our Kane Scholar Academy, and we are thrilled to be adding an additional 4 students to our Kane Scholar Academy. And I must say that these students engaged in a very rigorous application process where they were competing not only against Linden High School students, but they were competing against school districts throughout the state of New Jersey that are partnerships with Kane Scholar Academy. So we are thrilled to recognize the additional students who are joining our cohort this evening. We have Julissa Urquilla. If you are here this evening, can you join us? And so these students over the next 4 years are going to be engaged in a dual enrollment program where they are essentially taking courses at Linden High School while simultaneously taking courses at Kane University where they're earning college credit. So by the time they're seniors, they'll have an opportunity to graduate with 20 or 30 college credits, which puts them at a really great advantage. Our next student is Nehemiah Metellus. Our next student is Roy Paris. Last but certainly not least, we have Angie Pina Ortiz. So again, our students over the next 4 years are going to be taking college level courses where they're at Kane on Saturdays. They're at Kane 2 days a week as well. A special thank you to their advisor, Ms. Kolish, who was a key part of the application process. And I must add that our current 10 Kane Scholar Academy students have finished their spring semester with straight A's and B's. That is a tremendous accomplishment. These are college level classes that they just finished with A's and B's.
Okay, so our last award that is going to go out this evening, I'd like to call up my executive leadership team. So where our business administrator and assistant business administrator, please come up, Mr. Sarapilia, as well as Ms. Caparel. Our executive leadership team, we're here to serve you all. And we are extremely thankful that we made it through the first year. Mr. Sarapilia and myself, we both started at the same time. Ms. Caparel, who serves as the silent assistant BA. We meet regularly to talk about our strengths and weaknesses of our district and where we want to go. And tonight, we'd like to connect with where we're going as a district and honor an employee. The Linden Board of Education has come up with a new way to recognize employees. And so they've started an Employee of the Year award for an outstanding employee who they've watched and observed, but more importantly, connected with to be able to help move our district forward. And we are pleased to announce that tonight's award is going to Mr. John Sarapilia. Mr. John Sarapilia, for your dedication, your visionary leadership, and more importantly, what we've all seen is your transparency. You know, Mr. Sarapilia, he comes to us, he oversees our money, our budget. And this is our second year that we are able to keep the tax levy at where it is. We're able to establish so many new building level beautification and changes. Your tenacity and decision-making with helping us remain fiscally responsible is a key piece of not just saying the things that we're able to do today are just temporary, but for sustainability of where we're going, from our playgrounds to lights in our gymnasium to even seeing how we now have the long-range plan to include increase in our HVAC systems and everything that you say that this is what our students need. So Mr. Sarapilia, we can't thank you enough for the job that you're doing. Keep it going. Congratulations. I will say this. Your wife wanted me to know that because he has twin girls, they're having a sleepover this evening, so she wasn't able to make it. But we told her that we'll make sure we get the best shot this evening. All right, say smile. And I'll turn it over.
Mr. Sarapilia, as President of the Board of Education, when I think about the fact that Dr. Tomasic, God rest his soul, selected you, that was a good find. You have done so much for our district. we talked to you about making our students safe by putting lights in our parking spaces and putting gates. It gets done. We ask you to put up marquees in our schools, in front of every school. We get it done. We ask you to improve our bathrooms. We got it done. We said that every school, every elementary school should have a playground. We getting it done. We said that every school should have HVAC. We getting it done. We have some ugly toilets in some of the schools that's even older than me. We replacing them. So we have roofs that are very old. We are replacing them. But you know what is the greatest thing? He didn't raise taxes. And as a resident of Linden and a single mother, if you're not raising my taxes, I love you to death. Thank you again, Mr. Serapini.
This is very much a surprise, although when I started seeing a lot of the business office here, I thought something might be up. I just want to, thank the Linden family for accepting me as one of your own. I want to, I feel like I don't really deserve this because I'm really just doing the things that you're asking me to do, and because of the staff that I have, and I don't want to name them all right now because it might take a little while, but I want you guys to know that it's because of you that I'm getting this award. So just thank you guys so much, and I appreciate it. And like I said, thank you. Thank Mrs. Perkins, Pam, Annabelle, and like I said, the entire Board of Education and the staff that I work with every day. So thank you guys, and I really appreciate this.
Come take your photo. Yeah. We'd like to also call up the department that's here to take a photo. Take the photo with, if you would like, yes. To get in the photo. Take the picture with your department. Come take a picture. Yes, we have members from purchasing, payroll, the support staff, secretary, maintenance, transportation, benefits, the entire business department. Thank you all for being here. John, I'm told that this staff, they come to work because of you. So thank you for the job that you do. Yes. Well, I'd like for you all to stay here. So the last person that I'd like to call up to the table is our student representative for the 24-25 school year, student representative to the board, and that is Miss, I want to pronounce it, Shayla Cal. Please come on up. Shayla, you'll be working with us. If you can, here's your board.
supporting us. So thank you for your service in advance. We are here to work with you. We appreciate the partnership of working with students, so your voice is heard. Thank you. Here's your board.
Where is Malaysia? Oh, no, that's it. Look. Is this Malaysia over there? This is Malaysia's here.
To our faculty, staff, and students, everyone part of the Linden Public Schools, as we begin to close out our school year, I'd like to just say thank you again and wish you well wishes for the summer. The students' last day of school will be on Monday, the 24th. We made it through an amazing school year.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
as I close out my superintendent's report, I'd like to also just give a big thank you to the LEA president who's going to be closing out this school year, Mr. Rob Mangel. Thank you for your service and representing the Linden Education Association. We are thankful for this partnership as well and ensuring that we have one voice with meeting the needs of our students. So thank you, Mr. Rob Mangel. And we will be, the board president-elect, Ms. Tanya Martin Cooper, will be starting July 1st. So to all faculty, staff, students, everyone in the Linden Public Schools, we want you to have an amazing summer. We made it this far. And that will conclude my superintendent's report.
Mrs. Perkins, before you complete the superintendent's report, I would like to give a shout out to someone. I think it's the executive director of our virtual yearbook is Erica Hernandez and her team. Isn't she doing it this year? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because guys, we have an amazing virtual yearbook that will be coming out. Is it out already?
It's almost ready.
It's almost ready. And these young people in the high school have been the one who put everything together for a virtual yearbook. And I really want to give a shout out to Erica Hernandez and her team for publishing our 2023-24 yearbook, high school yearbook, virtual yearbook too. You can go on YouTube and see it.
Yes, it will be showcased at the graduation.
Oh, yes. I have to fix it. I hope they had a nice picture of me this year.
Yes. And now I turn it back over to you, Madam President.
Our next agenda item is the attorney's report, which we do not have, unless, Joe, you have anything to add?
We will have to go into close briefly, but we can do that at the end of the meeting.
Yes. Okay, yes, okay.
Our next agenda item is the education report. I will now turn things over to the Education Committee.
Good evening. The Education Committee, upon recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools and the Assistant Superintendent, presents the following motions of the Linden Board of Education for approval. I approve items 1 through 24. I respectfully ask for a second.
Second.
Roll call.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Ms. Armstead?
I would like to say yes to agenda items, but I would also like to recuse myself from item 11, number 1, but yes to all other agenda items.
Ms. Carrillo?
Yes.
Ms. Cintron?
Yes.
Mr. Dela Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Ms. Rosada Quesada?
Yes.
Ms. Ulysse?
Yes.
And Dr. Berghammer?
Yes.
We're moving on to our next agenda item, the personnel report. I'm now going to ask the personnel committee to take over.
The Personnel Committee, upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, presents the following motions to the Linden Board of Education for approval. All appointments and reappointments are contingent upon and may be modified based on student participation and the district's receipt of sufficient state school aid and other revenue funding. I approve items 1 through 47, and I respectfully ask for a second.
Second. Does anybody have any questions? Roll call, please.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
Ms. Carrillo?
Yes.
Ms. Cintron?
Yes.
Mr. Dela Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Ms. Rosada Quesada?
Yes.
Ulysse?
Yes.
And Dr. Berghammer?
Yes.
Moving on to the next agenda item, the finance report. I'm going to turn things over to the finance committee.
Isn't it you who's the finance committee? Yeah.
The Finance Committee, upon recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools and the Business Administrator, Board Secretary, present the following motions to the Linden Board of Education for approval. I approve items number 1 through 51. I respectfully ask for a second. Second.
Does anybody have any questions? Roll call, please.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
Ms. Carrillo?
Yes.
Ms. Cintron?
Yes.
Mr. Dela Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Ms. Rosada Quesada?
Yes.
Ms. Ulysse?
Yes.
And Dr. Berghammer?
Yes.
Our next agenda item is Buildings, Grounds, and Security Report. I will turn things over to the Buildings, Grounds, and Security Committee.
The Buildings, Grounds, and Security Committee, upon recommendation of the Superintendents of School and the Business Administrator Board Secretary, present the following motions to the Linden Board of Education for approval. Items 1 through 6, look for second.
Second. Does anybody have any questions? Roll call, please.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
Ms. Carrillo?
I would like to recuse myself from items 3, 5, and 6. Yes to all other items.
Ms. Cintron?
Yes.
Mr. Dela Cruz? Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Ms. Rosada Quesada?
Yes.
Ms. Ulysse?
Yes.
And Dr. Berghammer?
Yes.
Our next agenda item is the Planning and Policy Report. The Planning and Policy Committee, upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, presents the following motions to the Linden Board of Education for approval. Item 1, second reading, to approve the updated board policy manual from Strasses Esme Associates LLP, effective July 1st, 2024. Policies number 1,000 to 9,000, the Linden Board of Education policies, and policy number 1,000 to 9,000, Linden Board of Education regulations. I respectfully ask for a second.
Second.
Does anybody have any questions? Roll call, please.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
Ms. Carrillo?
Yes.
Ms. Cintron?
Yes.
Mr. Dela Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Ms. Rosada Quesada?
Yes.
Ms. Ulysse?
Yes.
And Dr. Berghammer?
Yes.
At this time, if there's anyone in the audience from personnel who would like to come up to the podium to speak about your new appointment or introduce yourself to the board, you may do so at this time.
Good evening, everyone. Superintendent Perkins, Assistant Superintendent Lewis, Dr. Berghammer, Board of Ed members. I'm not really new. My name is Bill Mastriano. I've been in this district for 19 years. Something that really resonated, I will not be long, I promise, but something that resonated with me last month when Mr. Happel said he's not from Linden, but he's from Linden, and what that means to me. I've had an opportunity to see our students, our amazing town, and our school district from so many angles. 19 years ago, I was hired as a part-time aide at this very school by Mrs. Perkins. From then on, I went to be a school teacher, classroom teacher, school 2, school 5, was a Title I teacher. I did some federal programs, not my favorite. Budgeting, not always my thing. But yeah, I had a chance to see just how much our community cares about our students and how much that aligns to me. We do anything by any means necessary. We send kids to Disney World. I was the head baseball coach here at Linden High School for 4 years, and we took a group to Disney World. This community will do whatever needs to get the job done, and I love that. And I'm so looking forward to continue my career at McManus Middle School. Yes. Wow, this is hard for me because we say every day at school number 6, we're not only a school, we're the best school. We also say we're not just a school, we're a family. So for me, that's 8 years of success, celebrations, relationships, Board of Ed members who had their students come through our school. You trust us to teach your children and really just make them the best they can be, not just the reading, writing, and math, but what is their passion, what's their drive, technology, AI, and seeing how that comes to fruition at the elementary level is just amazing. That school is simply the best. I love the staff and the teachers there. I love the PTA, everything about that school. I am looking forward to my next adventure at McManus, and I'm excited to see what the future will hold. I'm graduating. I'm going on to middle school, right? So yes, sir, yes. So I'm graduating, yeah. So I cannot wait to see what that looks like on the next level when they really start to hone their skills and really focus in on what they love and their passion. They take that to the next level. So I'm just there to support that staff and continue the great things that have been going on there already. And I hope to work with Ms. Long from Seoul Middle School and just continue the great things that are going on. And another fun fact, I was a vice principal there for 3 months, acting vice principal due to maternity leave. So I have some familiarity. So that's a little bit about me. All right.
Mr. Mastriano, you forgot somebody.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes, sorry. So
Brianna Armstead, you were her teacher, right?
unfortunately, I was not her teacher. I had the boys. They were at my baseball camps.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. No, but I do have to thank, though, and this might sound a little corny, I'm sorry, my beautiful wife, who is Betty McManus. Yep. She is starting a new adventure herself. She's spent 21 plus years at McManus Middle School and is now will be continuing her career at Seoul Middle School.
All right.
Thank you.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Evening. Okay, get it out. Okay, I'm Fran Silik. For those of you who don't know me, I've grown up in Linden. I went to school 6 a few years ago. Then here, actually, school 1, Seoul, and then the high school. However, I'm a school 10 teacher, so I don't know about that. We're like the best school ever. So basically, I just want to take this chance to thank the board, Mrs. Perkins, Miss Lewis, for this opportunity. I'm now Angelo's old job. I'm the before and after care supervisor. And by the way, Angelo, did I tell them? He was my little 6-year-old. I taught him. Just, a few years ago. Anyway, having worked before and after care myself as head teacher for 8 years, I feel like I'm ready for this challenge. I don't know. It's bittersweet because I have been a classroom teacher for 35 plus years, so it's a little, different. But I have great plans. I would love to move this program to new heights. So all I need to say is stay tuned because you're going to see some great things.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's a tough act to follow. Billy. School 10, everyone represented. I'm Anthony Cartinella, and I found out a little bit earlier tonight. I got a text message from a very near and dear friend saying, "Are you prepared to talk tonight?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "Well, lately people have been talking." I was like, "Oh, okay. Let me make sure I know something." I started jotting down a couple things, and then I took it away. So I'm just going to speak for myself from the heart, and like I normally do, which I've done the last 25 years now, going into year 26 in education. Most of that time has been at Soul, my concerts, talking to the crowd, talking to everyone like we're all friends here and everyone talking. So thank you very much, Ms. Perkins, Ms. Lewis, the entire Board of Education. A little bit to just talk about myself for a second, okay? Back in 1989, I decided not to go to Linden High School. I went to Union Catholic. I had this idea when I was that old. It's like, oh, this is going to be a better education. I can't wait to go there. I heard they have an amazing music program. I went there. Their music program was just a keyboarding class. I was like, this stinks. This is not going to work. So, needless to say, next year, 1990, went to Linden High School. I had my band director there, Jerry Lorenzetti. Worked here a long time. By my junior year, I knew where I want to be, and that was in education, and to be a music educator. He had all the band kids, all the theater kids, round the clock, all year long, in all these activities. He had an office. None of the other teachers had offices. He had a computer before anyone had a computer. He had a coffee maker. He had a fridge. I knew this is what I want to do. Rewind a little bit. I had Miss Harris at School 9, if anyone remembers her. I had her in 4th grade at School 9. My mother was the PTA president. My parents still live in Linden, right down the street from McManus, where I went. Miss Harris, when I had her, she said, "Cartinella," she was like, "why aren't you doing this stuff?" And I was like, "I don't like music." I saw her years later, fast forward 15 years later, at a music conference, standing there with Jerry Lorenzetti, with Esther Harris, sorry, I forgot her first name, at this conference, and turned around and said to me, "Cartinella, you told me you didn't like music." And then here I was at a music conference. Fast forward, I'm here today, and I'm honored to work with Mr. Kuntz at Linden High School, where my love of education started my junior year. And I put a stake in the ground and said, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. I want to be a teacher, and I want to be the best teacher I can be, and that's where I am. So starting officially after tonight, moving forward, I'll be the Dean of Student Academics and Discipline at Linden High School.
All right.
And I'm excited for this challenge. It's a brand new position. I just want to say thank you. I'm really ready for this. I'm excited for this. I want to see nothing more than Linden thrive and grow as much as everyone in this room. And being homegrown here, my wife grew up here, her family grew up here, my family grew up here. There's a pattern, right? Mm-hmm. Want to see it thrive and grow and excel and be, you want people to look up Linden and see nothing but amazing things. Absolutely. And we're on the right path. And I really feel that Ms. Perkins, I've known you a long time. We talk about Seton Hall, Diana Bracestead. We have a lot of things we can relate to. I like seeing where things are going. And I'm here to support you guys, support everyone in this room, these kids, these families. Miss Long, since I got the mic, I got to say, thank you so much, because she changed my mind this year. I started this year thinking, hey, you know what? I'm going to be a music teacher another 7 years. I'm going to retire and be a boat captain. I'm going to take people out, and we're going to go hunt tuna. That's what we're going to do. And then October 23rd, 2023, she said to me, she was like, I'm going to get you coverage today. I'm going to show you some stuff. You're going to help me. I was like, okay. Did that all this year. I learned so much from that woman. Thank you so much. She changed my mindset and opened up a whole new door to me, that I would come home from work excited again about not just teaching, but the growth of education and seeing where everything could go. So this is not going to be the last time you're going to see me up here. I can assure you it will always be for positive things, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our next agenda item will be comments from the public. Members of the public desiring to make a public comment may come forward at this time. For those watching online, if you wish to make a comment or ask a question, please utilize the raise your hand feature on the online meeting platform. Please begin your comments by stating your name and address. Individuals are invited to speak on one topic at a time, and no individual will speak more than once until all individuals so desiring have spoken once. The public is reminded that to ensure that the efficient and orderly operations of this meeting, members of the public will be limited to speaking on items for 3 minutes and 3 minutes only. Again, we do have a clock up, and it will give you a countdown, so just be mindful. Thank you.
It's really cold today.
Hey, again, Craig Halloran, 120 Donaldson Place. I just want to say, Miss Lewis, you can also send me a snail mail letter with the information I requested, whatever is easier for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll
And
follow up with you.
have a good summer, everybody.
You too. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So everybody knows my daughter's graduating, so this is technically my last meeting.
Oh, Lord.
But I'll come visit. So with my daughter graduating, it is my last meeting. I will be back. It has been said that we come up here to cause chaos, but that is not why we're here. We're here because we care what's going on in our district. Thank you for listening to us parents, our Linden community members, and most importantly, the students, on their concerns and ideas. Please keep doing that. Board members, you have seen me, I'm almost at every meeting. I've been here while you're on the board, and I've been here years before. I know that there is mandated training. Please continue doing your training. Help, ask questions. If you know any board members, I know there's some positions coming up. Anybody you know, please have them come to the board meetings. Let them sit in. Not come when they're appointed. Not come for one meeting before they're going to get voted in. Have them start coming now. I could tell you in the past, many of the board members have not been to one meeting until they sat in those chairs. So please, have them come up. Let them look, how the board meeting is ran, what they're looking to get themselves into. Have them read the agenda, what they're, voting on. Also, I know you all don't agree on everything. That's fine. But you speak your mind. You can tell people what you feel. You have an opinion. Don't do it because someone's telling you to do it. Do it for the right reasons. Also, I'm so happy to see that the weather's going to be great for graduation Tuesday, so we can have it outdoors. So excited. I know in the past, and it's going to be 89 degrees, I know in the past they've had the water coolers and ROTC students, going around, if anybody needs any water. Do we know are they going to have that again? Because it is going to be hot? Mm-hmm. Yes? All right, perfect. Thank you. And I will be back to come visit. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Mrs. Hernandez, thank you very much. You are an amazing friend of the board. Thank you very, very much.
And she's was the PTA president for the high school, and she's done amazing things over there. So thank you for all your service.
Thank you.
Is there anybody online?
No.
At this time, I would like to make a motion to go into executive session. May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
Ms. Carrillo?
Yes.
Ms. Cintron?
Yes.
Mr. De La Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Ms. Rosada Quesada?
Yes.
Ms. Ulid?
Yes.
And Dr. Bergen.
Yes.
I also want to note that we may be back there for a while, so if anybody's interested in going home, feel free to do so. I'm happy to see you guys when we come back out. I love looking at your faces, but don't feel obligated to hang out.
To public.
Second. I didn't know you guys were the vice president tonight. Motion to come back to the public. Can I respectfully ask for a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
Ms. Carrillo?
Yes.
Ms. Cintron?
Yes.
Mr. Dela Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Ms. Rosada Quesada?
Yes.
Do we need to do
She's not here anymore, right? She's
Rashada? She just
Miss,
said,
No,
Miss
he's talking
Thomas.
about-
Ms. Thomas.
Oh, no.
Miss Ulisse?
Yes.
And Dr. Bergen?
yes. God, I'm cold.
Do we do unfinished business? Our next agenda item is new and unfinished business.
Yes, I have something real quick. This is quick and easy for John. We've replaced, well, we've gotten all the our new screens in the schools.
Marquise.
The marquees, yes. The high school, their Linden High School lettering on top of the marquee is really faded out. Can we replace that?
Yes.
You mean the old marquee in the high school?
Yeah, if you look at the sign where it says Linden High School, Linden, it's faded.
Yeah, it's old.
So let's replace it.
Ancient, yes. Would you, Mr. Garcia, do we have to talk about a resolution for voting for?
Yes, John, there is a new business resolution that John has, and he can read into the record and ask for a motion in a second.
The motion is to renew employee 9067 for the 2024-2025 school year.
I would like to make a motion to renew employee 9067.
I'll second.
Respectfully ask for a second.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
Ms. Carrillo?
Yes.
Ms. Cintron?
Abstain.
Mr. Dela Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Ms. Rosada Quesada?
Yes.
Ms. Ulisse?
Yes.
Dr. Berghammer?
Abstain. No, no. I ain't doing that. I'm voting no.
Any more new business?
No.
Nope.
No.
Are there any other comments from other board members?
Yeah, let's end this meeting. Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Have a
Night.
nice summer. Enjoy. Good night.
I would like to
Forward
make
to
a,
graduation.
Sorry, me too. Looking forward to graduation.
Yes. Guys, remember, graduation for the middle school is Monday, 9 o'clock and 12:30. And for the high school, is Tuesday at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Got it.
All right. Tuesday gonna be hot, so bring your sun visors, okay?
Send an email, Dr.
No, I'm just telling you, it's gonna be very, very hot on Tuesday. So I guess you could end.
I mean, before we close out, we have to decide who's going
to
where.
which one?
I agree
Who's
with
going
that.
where,
They've
because-
been having graduation
because
practice already, too.
Monday, nobody shows up.
Yeah.
Tuesday, everybody shows up. You know, I think a bunch of us should go in the morning session, maybe. Another one should go to the afternoon session, and then we all can go to the high school. Because I've been attending a lot, and I can't keep attending because I don't drive. So therefore, who I go with got to pick me up and take me.
I'm planning to go to both.
I'm
I took
going
off
to
of
all
work, so I'm
three.
going to both.
I'm going to all three.
On Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to both.
Okay.
I
I have
also
to
think we need to figure out
negotiate
our
and, like,
placement
work
for
which one they allow me
the
to
high
go.
school graduation, because at the last high school graduation, there wasn't really like a role or a space for the board members, and then we kind of got like wedged into a corner. I think that there should be a line for them to come and shake all of our hands. It should just kind of already be like they should have something set up for us so that we know where to go. Parents were like yelling at us.
But we
fussing
were
with us.
indoors.
We were indoors.
But this is outdoors.
Okay, so
this is wider.
so if it's okay. Okay, good. All right.
Shake all their hands.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, yeah.
That's a lot of hands.
Yeah, give them a fist bump.
I think a fist pump.
A fist bump.
Yeah, I do think they should know that who the board members
I
are.
just think the board members, yes. I think the board members normally should wear a different color. If the students are wearing black, we possibly wear red or purple
Aren't
or
we wearing
whatever
regalia?
color. No, the reason why
Not
I'm
on
saying
the
it
middle school.
identifies that you're different.
You mean for the middle school, we don't wear the regalia, that's why.
Huh?
Can that be for next session? Can that be?
Yeah, I'm hungry, guys.
Yeah, I wear regalia. My regalia
Can
is
we do it for
different.
next
but-
topic?
Yeah, would you end the meeting?
Motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
Ms. Carrillo?
Yes.
Ms. Intron?
Yes.
Mr. Dela Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Ms. Rosada Quesada?
Yay.
Ms. Ulysse?
Yes.
And Dr. Berghammer.
Yes, thank you. You did a great meeting.
Good night, everyone. Good night. And John, again,
Good night.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay?
I'm
Yes.
getting
Go
out of
home,
here.
but you can't stay here.